Well, we're watching this too. The freakouts are continuing over Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter, and we sort of wonder why Elon Musk tweets are this season's most interesting drama, you could say. Netflix, so 2020. We're all living in the future with the right's favorite rocket man, and some Twitter observers were left to wonder if Elon Musk has a death wish. This is quite the thread here. It started with Musk's reaction to this clip of MSNBC host Mehdi Hasan, which was shared by video guru Tom Elliott. Tom's what we call in the biz a critical follow. Take a listen.
We are living through an unspeakably dangerous moment. The pro-QAnon, pro-neo-Nazi faction of the Republican Party is poised to expand dramatically come the midterms. We may look back on this past week as a pivotal moment when a petulant and not-so-bright billionaire casually bought one of the world's most influential messaging machines and just handed it to the far right.
All right, let's welcome in our panel to talk more about this. Robin Byro's back with us, and so is Morgan Zegers. Robin, Morgan, first question, why is there like this cottage industry of British dudes who move to the United States and then slam the United States? How is this even possible? I don't know. That's a separate question. But that clip getting Elon Musk's attention, and he tweeted out this, NBC basically saying Republicans are Nazis, and then this, the same organization that covered up Hunter's laptop story, had Harvey Weinstein's story early and killed it, and then built Matt Lauer his super office there. Lovely people. This is why I think everyone's so scared of Elon Musk, Morgan, is because he just tweets out the hypocrisy, he throws it right in their faces in a way they're not used to being called out before on this platform.
Yeah, and John, I mean, he's saying what a lot of us are thinking and what a lot of us have been banned for saying before. And so it's really nice to see a man of such influence also echoing our concerns. Now, for me, John, even I'm called like a Nazi and a white supremacist, and I'm told that I'm internally misogynistic. Misogynistic means that you hate women, but I'm a woman. So it's a whole mess. But they throw all these words at us. And I think it's time in this age of insanity to be able to speak truth to power. And that's what's happening right now. And so I'm really glad that we have someone like Elon on our side.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not being called a racist or misogynist now by this unhinged left, Robin, even you probably would be called, transphobic or something like that, or homophobic, because, you make common sense points on this show all the time. But this is what Bianca was talking about with the death wish part. Some people are like, Elon Musk, you're going too far here, because there was another Twitter user who goes by the name the Pope of Muscanity. Rational Etienne is his real name. On Twitter anyway, and it says, with all we've heard about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, we've heard more than that than we've heard about Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. It's also interesting that the account tracking Ghislaine Maxwell's trial got banned when it gained traction. Lovely people indeed. So that guy responded to Elon Musk, and then he wrote back, hey, where's their client list? Shouldn't at least one of them go down? Robin, I mean, this is why I'm following Elon Musk's every tweet, because he's like stirring it up in every kind of significant story that we've talked about here for the last year.
He's a troll, but in a good way. He's the kind of troll that we need, John. And honestly, I'm glad for it. There's been a lot of censoring on Twitter. And you're right. To be perfectly honest, as a common sense Democrat, I have definitely been called out and been called names by members of my party many, many times, especially when I talk about transgender issues. And I get it. I'm not transgender. They insist that I don't speak for them. I get it. But I do speak common sense, and I speak truth to power. And sometimes that's just not okay with the more further left of my party, to be honest.
But, I do have to feel, if anything, it feels like common sense is finally winning out after, big tech and big media have been able to push their preferred narratives for so long. We saw this in Virginia. People started saying, no, wait a minute. This does not reflect the reality that I'm living through, Morgan. And, you can see the initiative has kind of changed, and it's with common sense right now, and hopefully it'll stay there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, John. Things are getting so crazy that, yes, people are starting to wake up. I think awareness of the general craziness and the issues is one of the biggest problems. But now that the left behaves like this, it's raising a lot of awareness, and it's leading to activism from parents, from even students and people my age. But I would say that this rise on our side in favor of what's righteous and good is being met with the rise of more evil things like this governance disinformation board that was just announced under the Department of Homeland Security. And so it's no longer just big tech doing the dirty work, these private companies doing the dirty work of the people in power on the leftist side of our government. Instead, now we are going to have a taxpayer-funded government disinformation board where they're going to attack. And if you think back to what Kamala Harris, our vice president, has said, she said protecting our democracy is what keeps her up at night. It's her #1 national security concern. So when you take that concern of the vice president and then you hear what they say about basic conservatives, that we're domestic terrorists, white nationalists, all these, or white supremacists, all the word lingo jumbo that you have to keep up with these days, it makes a lot of sense that now they're taking a step further when we're starting to reject the narratives that they're putting onto us. So both sides are heating up.
We know they're not going to give up. And, I'd like to hear more from Republicans who are currently in Congress and running for Congress, that they would make sure that no taxpayer dollars would go to something so contra to the First Amendment as this. It shouldn't be done by Republicans. It should not be done by Democrats. This is not a job for the federal government. Great to see you both. Always enlightening with you two, Robin and Morgan. Thanks so much.
Thank you,
John.
Hey guys, it's Morgan. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We want our page to be a resource for you to learn more about history and about the current events going on in the world today. So be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can see more of our content as it comes out. We have plenty of playlists for you to learn from.